when you think about turnover and bringing new people in, when you're new, you're learning all this stuff. It's like drinking from a fire hose, right? And so to have a leader say, no, yes, there's the fire hose, but here's 1, 2, 3 things I really want you to focus on. I think that's really important. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Leader Lab. This is Leadership Shorts, quick thoughts to help you level up your leadership. My name is Chad Wright. I'm the founder of Forward Partners, and I'm joined, as always, by my partner in podcasting, Emily Grace Deal. I don't think it actually says that on your business cards, but it should. Partner in podcasting. Emily Grace Deal, what are we talking about today?
Well, we recently attended the Global Leadership Summit.
Yes.
And one of the speakers was Carrie Lorenz.
Mm-hmm.
She threw out an astounding stat that an aircraft carrier is 5,000 people, and 50% of them turn over every 9 months.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's sink in. So what can we learn about how the Navy handles turnover?
So Carrie was the first, my understanding is she's the first female F-14 Tomcat pilot in the Navy. And so this is really interesting to me because as an organization, or all organizations deal with turnover, right? And it has the potential to be really disruptive. Sometimes it's good change, sometimes it's bad change, but it's always disruptive somehow. Mm-hmm. To have a crew of 5,000 people and literally half of them every 9 months, you don't even get a year with that crew to really settle in, really get good at rhythms, right? That is crazy that that's the turnover, that they go back home and then other people come in. So they've got to be doing something right. And there were 3 big things she pointed at that they really provide that helps that process work. And I think there's a lot to learn from this. The first one is purpose. Everybody is there for a reason. There is a reason you are on this ship, and we are going to give that to you. We're going to talk about it a lot because what purpose provides really is some direction, right? Yeah. And so they provide purpose. They make sure everybody understands here's purpose probably in being in the Navy. Here's purpose in your role. Here's what really matters the most.
Right. I like the definition of like both those, like giving the bigger and the right now.
Because you do need both, right? You need the purpose of why am I a part of this larger organization? You also need the purpose. Why am I in the role I'm in? And it's funny how these step down because that brings focus. They want you to focus on a certain 1, 2, 3 things. Like this is what matters.
So you kind of have the idea of the bigger picture, but you have a direct focus.
Here's your very specific focus. And when you think about turnover and bringing new people in, when you're new, you're learning all this stuff. It's like drinking from a fire hose, right? And so to have a leader say, no, yes, there's the fire hose, but here's 1, 2, 3 things I really want you to focus on. I think that's really important.
Right.
Like it's almost helping them define success.
You don't have to get quite as overwhelmed by the everything.
Yeah, you don't. I think about when we hired other Emily as an executive assistant, we set goals of hey, for the first couple months, here's what we're looking for you to master for month 3, for month 6, for month 9. Here's the track. So you don't have to be good at everything all at once. Now, that was a special situation where she was really good at everying all at once. And
we realized that we didn't need it all.
I think the 6-month goal she was hitting on week 2. So that's an unusual situation. But I think there is that defining saying, here's what the road looks like. Here's what you need to focus on to really be successful. So they provide the high level. Why do we exist as an organization? Why does your role exist within that structure? Now, what I want you focused on every single day.
Right.
And then the third piece, purpose, focus, the third piece is discipline. They bring the discipline of rhythms and of frameworks to say, how are we going to do this? And probably accountability comes with that discipline, right?
Yes. My kindergartner just started school. Yes. And let me tell you, that piece is very important.
The discipline matters a lot, right? That's such a good example of, it's not necessarily turnover, but it's a new season, right? It's a whole new experience, which is really when you have turnover, that's what it is for the people coming in, is a whole new experience.
Right.
And the discipline, you're right. If we have to do certain things at certain times.
This is what it looks like, and this is how we can be successful. This is how we're going to make it work.
And here's accountability when you go off track, because I'm guessing one of the disciplines
you're tired. You don't want to wake up at 5:30.
That's it. And I'm guessing on the other side, one of the disciplines is you got to go to bed at a certain time.
Right.
So if your kid's like, nope, I'm staying up till midnight. Well, that's not going to go well. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? That 5:30 alarm goes off.
Yeah, bedtime's 7.
Yeah. God, that sounds amazing. My bedtime's 9, but 7 sounds even better. I think I actually went to the bedroom last night at like 8 o'clock. I'm like, okay, babe, it's time to start getting ready. Like, I'm tired.
Then YouTube videos.
And then I watched YouTube videos about the fall of Costco, or not Costco, Circuit City. I go down weird rabbit trails on YouTube.
A lot of people about Costco.
Costco is fine. Kirkland's Best is still the best. Oh, I've never had anything Kirkland's Best. I've been like, this is the best. I've been like, it should be called Kirkland's Mediocre.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna like get mad at us.
We don't have sponsors on this, so we can speak truth. Sorry, Costco.
Anyways,
this is the most amazing rabbit trail we've ever gone down. Like with kindergarten, if he stays up till midnight, then we're off the discipline. Now there has to be accountability, right? And so I think accountability is a piece of that discipline. But I just love the 3 parts. How do you have massive turnover and still be successful? Because when you think about an aircraft carrier terms, they can't not be successful.
Right.
If they're not successful, people are going to die.
Yeah,
Bad things are going to happen.
Talk about extremes, yeah.
That's one of the most extremes, right? Of this always has to function despite this insane turnover rate.
Yeah, so they have that system down, and that makes sense.
Yes. And so I just love this framework. This makes so much sense to me. I think there's a lot we as leaders can kind of mine from
this.
And
kind of apply to our own situations, even kindergarten.
Even kindergarten. I love it. Leaders, let's talk next steps. If you're dealing with any kind of turnover, even if it's 1 or 2 people, this is such a path to providing them what they need to be successful as they come into your organization. Provide that purpose, both high level. Why do we exist? What's the impact we have? And then at their position, what's the purpose of your job? What's the impact you have? Then provide focus. What are the path to success? What are the few things they really need to focus on? And then discipline. What are the routines and rhythms that are going to allow us to accomplish this? And where's their accountability when we wander off the course? All right, if people want to send us questions, subjects, perhaps their thoughts on Costco and Kirkland's Best, I'm going to get us in trouble with that one.
Emails.
If they want to send us angry emails defending Kirkland's Mediocre, where do they send that to?
To lab@forwardpartners.net.
Lab@forwardpartners.net. If they want to find us online where we are putting out tons of leadership-focused content that has nothing to do with Costco, where do they find that?
At Forward Partner.
At Forward Partner on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Thank you so much for this conversation. John, Porchlight Productions Vineyard, thank you for producing, and thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Share this with leaders. As you find somebody that's wrestling with turnover, wrestling with new people coming in, please share this episode with them. We will see you next time right here in the Leader Lab for Leadership Shorts.